You don't know all the shit I seen and things I've been through. You know all my feelings in these songs and instrumental. Everything that we've been through, baby, I can't leave you. Even though you told me those lies and I believed you. Drugs, sex, music, money, the only things I really know. You broke my heart into pieces and you let it turn to stone. I've been down this road before with different girls in different hoes. Think about you different, baby. You got me locked out my zone. Take some drugs, I'm about to down and get some cash from buying nothing. I don't wanna talk about it. That's how I solve all my problems. My mood changed like changing nothing. When I shut down like garbage, yeah, so loud I cannot hear. So when I'm on shouting, I don't wanna talk to you. So move along. Invested all my trust in you. You did me wrong. And I don't wanna talk to you, no, not at all. You calling from all different numbers, knock it off. Just come my way in outer space. Shake it on me, yeah, let it shake. Just come my way in outer space. Yeah, come with me and let it shake, 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 shake. Came from nothing, I know I'm gon' ball. Yeah, wait. We don't got time for that shit, not at all. Yeah, cave. I cannot say, but hold on, got a cave. Yeah, babe. Gorillas and hoodies, we not talking babe. Yeah, me and coming on. Yeah, that bitch wanna fuck with me, cause she know I'm getting no money. Yeah, I remember when my life was tragic, now my pocket's getting shiny. Wait, I love my bitches, nasty and classy, use a napkin when you suck me up.
Okay. Greetings, salutations. See, I am early tonight. Yes, I am early. I refuse to be late, and I need something to drink. I am early. Yeah.
Yeah, mm,
Yeah. Yeah. Figured it out. I figured out
you
how to be
have a
early.
good eye and you have a good heart. We were never meant for each other. I could tell from the start. I have a bad eye and I have a bad heart. We were never meant for each other. I could tell from the start. All those times I got lied to, it left me feeling broken. Told you things in secrecy. Why is it in the open? Fuck a bitch and count my bread.
This is how I be on time. I
I
come
feel
in
like I
early.
am a god, so you call me Odin. I love taking drugs when I rap because I find my flow. You can never get up on my level cause you move too slow. In between my shows, moving state to state, babe, I gotta go. I'll call you when I touch down. Picking packs, I gotta go.
All right.
Miscommunication left us dead. And all those nights I got left on
This
red.
might be something
Counting
new.
bread while laying in my bed. And I don't think of you cause I don't need your thoughts up in my head. Miscommunication left us dead. And all those nights I got left on red. I'm counting bread while laying in my bed. And I don't think of you cause I don't need your thoughts up in my head.
Greetings,
Mm,
salutations.
yeah. Yeah. You have a good time, you have a I could tell from the stars, I have a bad eye and I have a bad heart. We were never meant for each other, I could tell from the start. I look at the clock and I see it's 1:26. I'm smoking on that cookie, but you can't get in my mix. I'm barely getting sleep cause I'm writing songs every day. I'd rather one day I won't become a corporate slave. Yeah, I know you hate me. Off this end, I'm lazy. Parky got me wavy. I can't make you my baby. You ain't called me lately. Yeah, you drive me crazy. Like a forest fire, all my woods are really blazing. Crazy how we used to talk, but now we are strangers. Playing with my feelings and my heart, you are in danger. Always on the road, I feel like I'm the Texas Ranger. Taking different drugs because I can't control my anger. You have a good eye and you have a good heart. We were never meant for each other, I could tell from the start. I have a bad eye and I have a bad heart. We were never meant for each other, I could tell from the start.
Good eye and a bad heart. Ain't nobody. See, I was actually early tonight. I actually got everything started on time by starting everything 3 minutes early. I made up my mind. I said the crumb snatchers are out for right now, and Bella's laid out. I didn't have any excuses. I still didn't get something to drink. Still out of libation. So I got to wait for a crumb snatcher to come home and bring me something to drink. Greetings, salutations. I am TNathan. GCPR land. Hey, what's up? You are listening to Conversations with TNathan on the GCPR network and across all my social media accounts, except Instagram, because I wasn't that on time. Welcome. How are y'all doing tonight? How are y'all doing tonight? I hope your day was safe. I hope that your loved ones are safe. And yeah, let's get into it. Today has been interesting. Today has been interesting. Political news, new information about Sonia Massey case. I'm going to be getting to all that. We're going to get into all that. Starting off, like I say, how y'all doing? Everybody doing okay? Breathe. Everybody breathe out there. Check in. Let me know where you're at and what media you're watching me on. The little sign comes, I got it set up now where the little logo from wherever you are watching me from comes up. So I'll try to get them right. Trying out some new stuff. Yeah, this is my first month. This is my first month with the show, right? Yeah, this is my month anniversary. Um, I think so. Hey, I think so. But anyway, I'm constantly evolving, trying new stuff. Y'all let me know what you think of the new stuff. What's up, Reese? See you out there. Nancy, is that I can't see some of it only shows. I know Reese because of her logos that go with her thing. Some of you all, I'm only getting it. I'll get it. Like I say, try new stuff. I'll get it right. But Lynetta Davis, 32. Greetings, salutations, welcome. I watch you here on TikTok, and thank you so much for all you do for our community. See you, you're awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the likes on all my social media. Y'all think about giving me a follow wherever you are. And follow me on multiple social media accounts because you know me. I get banned from one, I go to the other. And if you're always going to be able to keep up, because I'm always live on YouTube and TikTok and my Twitch. I don't think everybody has Twitch, but the gamers, they can watch me on Twitch because we do bootleg movie night there also. But watch me in multiple cases. That way you don't miss anything. I will get the expanded to X and to Instagram going. I just have to I just have to come here. I had to be in the seat earlier to do that, and I need a new monitor. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 6 monitors, and I need another one hooked up so I can have 3 streams running from this one computer, and then the other ones they good. I just need a new monitor. I'm working on it. I'm working on all that, but we're gonna make it happen. Do more on YouTube so you can make money too. Yeah, I thought I'm thinking about that, and definitely know that I use all the money we raise to help those who happen to be homeless and to feed Bella. That's why I can stay in shape because I can't overeat because yeah, they take all my money. So that is the reality of the situation. But I'm gonna look into that. I'm trying to build my YouTube audience. As a matter of fact, if you all want to, if you have questions about the new 90-minute tape that has been 90-minute tape. Wow, I just dated myself, didn't it? These are not beta tapes. The 90-minute video that has been released by the Menard Police Department, Menard County Sheriff's Department, actually, where Sean Grayson was taken into custody after he was indicted for murdering Sonia Massey. The entire 90-minute video is on my YouTube channel, and you can watch it there. We're going to watch some of it tonight. Hey, I was early tonight, Olivia. Yeah, your client is over here in the doghouse, literally. Yeah, she in the doghouse. Nah, you can't stop that. Yeah, if by doghouse I mean right here at my feet. That's what I mean, doghouse. What's up? I see my nephews arrived. His family's coming in. Thank you. Like I said, I was early. I'm gonna start trying to be 3 minutes early, starting the live feeds, and hold on. Oh, okay. Whew, I was worried. I was like, did I start the radio station? Yeah, I started the radio station too. I was like, hey, it's 6 after. Did I start the radio station? Yes, I am actually on time tonight across all my social medias because my show is supposed to start at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and I am on time. Yeah, and I warmed up with some music by Chemical's son, Chris, and I played Metroid, and we started off with My Way. And I love it. I like it. I'm gonna play My Way again before the show is out, so you all can hear it if you wasn't at work. You at work, Jay? Well, you know, just listen. Olivia's in there. They got it. They got it. And hmm, let me see. Put a message up over here. See if it's what's up. Let's see if that translates. Okay. Yeah, I got that. I got access to the Revelation of the Fold page. It doesn't tell me like how many people are in here. It just tells me it tells me a general number across all platforms, but I don't know specifically. I don't know where you're at. You just see the comments once you make a comment. All right. So, Chief CPR Network Land, I'm still working on it. I have not forgot about you all. We are getting the app finished and we're testing it. And as soon as it's ready to release, I will put it out there on all my platforms so you will know that you can find us through the app and not have to worry about going through a website. You can just click on the app and you can hear me at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, weeknights. And I'm going to talk to the boss about getting the show on Saturday. I've sprung it on you all before I've even sprung it on him. So when I talk to the ball, yeah, I sprung it on you. Bella is not in it. Stop it. Stop it. I know a lot of y'all saw my video when she ate one of my apple pies, and I know all this innocent. I have the video. Y'all gonna y'all gonna argue with the video. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she ate my apple pie. It was nobody else in the room except her, pretending like she was asleep. Yeah, she pretend. I was like, she pretending like she's asleep. Yeah, yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, the video was doctored. Telling me the video of Bella eating my apple pie was doctored. Yeah, yeah. She didn't look like she was trying to fight it at all. She was not trying to fight it at all. She was leaning into it. She was leaning into it. Yeah, it was not doctored. So let's start with the Sonia Massey case. So today, several things happened in the Sonia Massey case. Um, Sean Grayson, a judge denied his request to be let out of jail, and he's in the Menard County Jail where he has no bond. And the judge denied release today because his attorney had raised the issue that he should be released because he needs treatment for his stage 3 colon cancer, and the jail does not have the medical facilities to treat him. Guess they need to take him to the doctor every time. That's what they did when I was in jail and people couldn't get treatment there. They took him to the doctor, put his ass in shackles, and take him to the doctor. He shouldn't have been out there anyway. Not just to mention the record he had, but if he has stage 3 colon cancer with a bag, then I looked at the drugs that treat colon cancer and the pain. He shouldn't have been out there anyway. Yeah, he shouldn't have been out there anyway. He should have been, and Bella deserves an apple pie. What's up, Katrina? How are you doing? But Sean Grayson should not be in the field anyway, and that medical condition did not stop him from murdering Sonia Massey. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel nothing for him. Should have thought about that before he was out there murdering people. Next up, they also released Menard County, and we're going to take a look at some of it tonight. I want you all to hear it for yourselves. The whole 90-minute video is on my YouTube page, and the 90-minute video is uncut, unedited, and I will say this. It's the video that was released by the Menard County Sheriff's Department, but it does have redacted parts of silence, and they say they did that because personal information was being talked about at the time. But that's why I put it on my YouTube channel so you can speed past the silence, or you could do like I did and read their lips. And you can read their lips also, because they didn't redact the video where you couldn't read lips. So that's why I put the entire video up for there. Anybody who can read lips, if you want to leave me a transcript of what you see in the comment section and tag me in it, I will compare and contrast, because I need some comparing and contrast before I talk about what I think they were saying. And I also don't want to inadvertently release anything that would compromise somebody that is innocent. I don't care about the police officers. Don't care about the police officers, but I want to make sure that no information that I put out endangers a civilian of any kind. But I don't believe they were talking about any civilian. And all the information on Sean Grayson is public knowledge. And so there is that. But we're going to play some of it tonight. I'm going to play the opening, and we're going to listen to that, and we're going to listen to what he told them and what they told him. But I want you to pay special attention to the fact that anybody who's been in jail and been handled by police officers, you're going to notice an immediate difference, because the captain is on first name basis with Sean. He doesn't even introduce himself as Captain whoever. He said, "My name is Phil." So you're going to see that for yourself. And you're going to see what Phil told Sean and what the other officers who were supposedly processing a man that murdered an unarmed black woman, and how jovial a situation it was. I was waiting for them to take him out to Burger King. I was waiting for them to take him out to Burger King. Also today, the sheriff of Sangamon County, Jack Campbell, he announced he will be resigning on August 31st. Yeah, today's the 9th. Today the 9th. Could he made this for like to Monday? 72 hours notice. We don't need 2 weeks. It's 72 hours notice. But he has, if people were asking why wasn't he fired, and I was like, because he's the sheriff and he was elected, he has to resign. You can't fire elected officials. They can resign or you can recall them. But I thought it was funny when people say, well, he should be fired. He's not a chief of police, he's a sheriff, and that's an elected position, okay? But he did announce today that he will be retiring. And I think I have, let's see, I wanted to share, yeah, I'm going to share with you his statement, his woe it's me statement of retiring, okay? This is Sheriff Jack Campbell of Sangamon County, the county in which Sonia Massey was murdered in by Sean Grayson, one of his deputies that shouldn't have been working for them in the first place. But this is what, and I want you to listen to this, because this is one of the most woe it's me moments that you have ever heard. Right, feel nothing for him, but I don't feel anything for the sheriffs either, because this is his statement of resignation. I have committed to making changes to our standards and collaborating with other units of government on ways to prevent incidents like this in the future. The one person truly responsible for this act is in jail, and I believe justice will be served through the legal process. Despite these efforts, some in our community want me to pay the price for the person's action, even threatening that I pay the price with my life, my family's life, or the lives of my deputies. We will only preserve together as a community if we turn down the temperature and resolve to do better. We must honor the life of Sonia Massey by ensuring that no one else falls victim to such tragic and senseless actions. That has been my sincere mission since that fateful day. He also closed out by talking about his health, as well as that of his family, the sheriff's office, and the community has to be his priority. Let's break this down. So this is his woe it's me. This woe it's me, I'm going to fall on the sword and resign. Shut up. Because number one, he says he was committed to making changes to the standards and collaborating with other units of government on ways to prevent incidents like this from happening in the future. but you didn't collaborate with these same government and other law enforcement agencies in the hiring of Sean Grayson. Because Sean Grayson has a history of leaving other departments under questionable conditions that should have never led to him being hired by another department anyway. His last job at Kincaid County, he literally falsified police reports. A policeman that falsified police reports. Yeah, you didn't do your best because he shouldn't have been working there in the first place. Then he goes on to say, like, the one person truly responsible for this act is in jail, and I believe justice will be served through the legal process. No, there are a host of people responsible for this tragedy. A host of people that involved anybody who Twitch alerted you, a host of people which involves anyone that had anything to do with the hiring of Sean Grayson. Anybody that had anything to do with the hiring of Sean Grayson is complicit in the death of Sonia Massey. Any department that passed him on with violations without notifying the next department is complacent in the death of Sonia Massey. Do you understand that? That's what I say, the legal process and all that. No, the one person that is truly responsible. I like the way he put truly responsible. Because he couldn't say the one person responsible because there is no one person responsible for the chain that led that man, Sean Grayson, to Sonia Macy's doorstep on July the 6th, 2024. There is more than one person responsible. It is the whole system that hired him from his first 2 DUIs to his last report of falsifying records. They're all complacent. Despite these efforts, some in our community want me to pay the price for that person's action. Look, didn't you all ask, didn't Democrats just join with the Republicans and asking for the director of the Secret Service to step down because of a failed assassination attempt on Donald Trump? And she was far removed from the day-to-day Secret Service activities of Donald Trump's Secret Service detail. She was far removed, but you all said, they said that she needed to step down because it was a failure under her watch, right? Right? Is that how you all interpret it? Because that's what I got when the weak-ass Democrats joined them in that proposition. Why would they call it? He didn't die. And she wasn't the one walking a perimeter. She wasn't the one who set up the command posts. Yeah, yeah, that didn't happen. But they called for her resignation because she was in the top. So guess what? Bye, Jack Campbell. Bye. You were directly responsible for the hiring of Sean Grayson. So yes, that's it. Chemical, you late. I just played two of your sons. I played two of your songs, My Way and Meteoroid. Yeah, I played two of them, and you wasn't here to hear it. But I'm gonna play it My Way again because I like that song. But anyway, moving on down to this resignation letter. Even threatened that I pay that price with my life, my family's life, or the lives of my deputies. He said that with a straight face. He said, even if that's the threat, even threatening that I pay the price with my life, my family's life, or the lives of my deputies. You took 20 days to even address your community. It's okay because you've heard this. You took 20 days to address your community in connection with the murder of Sonia Massey. Let that sink in. You took 20 days to address a community that was hurting over the death caused by one of your deputies. And you got the nerve now to say that you can't believe they're calling for your resignation. Anybody want to make that make sense? And then he want to beat them getting mad. Oh, are y'all threatening me? Ain't no, you got a gun. You carry a gun. You got deputies. Ain't nobody talking about pulling up at your house. Nobody talking about pulling up at the sheriff's house. Stop it. Why is it? Why would anybody get pushback for some of the weird ass shit they do? It happens on social media all the time. They get the pushback, and then all of a sudden, oh, I get death threats. No, unless you got the Klan sending personal messages to your house like some of us do, somebody saying they don't like you online is not a death threat. Somebody that don't know where you live or know anything about you from Adam, and I mean the mythical one, yeah, that's not a death threat. No one threatens the life of the sheriff that hasn't, let's say in their house probably. And then they're gonna just pull up at the sheriff's house and carry out a threat. Yeah, yeah, this is not some third world country. Also, we will only preserve together as a community if we turn down the temperature and resolve to do better. How is it that whenever unarmed Black people are killed by police officers, it's always the people who have killed us that are telling us to turn down the temperature? How is it that it's always the oppressor telling the protesters they need to turn down the temperature, but they're never leading, looking at themselves and saying, maybe we should turn down the violence against them? I told you, this is why you will never hear me advocate for nonviolence. You will never hear me advocate for turning down temperature against the people who lit the match. No, you won't catch me doing that because it's a fool's errand to tell the victim of violence that they should not be violent. That is a fool's errand, and that is the operational definition of criminally insane to tell some criminal negligence to tell someone to turn the other cheek when somebody is slapping them on the other cheek also. Yeah, I'm not turning down a damn thing. I was born in the fire. You may be hot. If you didn't want me to be hot, you should have never struck that match in the first place. So until you put the fire out, I'm matching your energy. No, I'm exceeding your energy. And that's what we have to look at as marginalized groups. We have we have dead people, leaders, members of our community are dead because we thought turning the other cheek would work. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked in any marginalized community I've ever seen. No marginalized community I've ever seen has turning the other cheek led to an epiphany by their abusers. It doesn't work in one-on-one relationships either. All this, well, they just want them to see who I am and they'll stop abusing me. When is that? Raise your hand if that's ever worked. You know what has worked for me? I remember high school. And I'm gonna get back to this. I remember high school. And I was one of the darkest people in my high school at first. I was one of the darkest people in my high school. I went to school the first day, and there was this guy, and we'll call him Pepper Pounds. We'll just make up a name and call him Pepper Pounds. If that is his actual name, I don't care. But anyway, Pepper decided that he was going to come and tell me how things were going to go at the school. He's going to tell me, I was someone who was thugging at 13 years old with a nice piece that they carry with them all the time. They're going to tell me on my first day of high school, when I'm literally already 6 feet tall, going to tell me how things are going to be and what I'm going to do at his high school. I consider that verbal violence. And I proceeded to put his head in my locker because that's where he was talking to me at. I banged his head on my locker. And let me tell you what happened. I never had any more trouble, not only just out of Pepper, but any of the crew that rode with him. Not only did I not have any, but the other lighter skinned Black people that had been having issues, they didn't have any more either because I considered I was in charge also. If you try to, we're going to have a problem. because that is what's wrong today. We have silently sit back and taking the verbal violence that has been implemented against us while they cry about, I'm just using my freedom of speech. Well, freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. Does not mean freedom from consequences. There's nowhere in the Constitution where I see that freedom of speech means you are free from the consequences of a citizen knocking every tooth in your mouth out. What's up, Jazz, over on YouTube? Thank you for following me on YouTube. Thank you. I see you. The Try Jesus song, the Try Jesus. But see, this is what I'm telling you. When we adopt nonviolence, we're just ensuring the continuance of violence against us, because violent people have never been have adopted nonviolence out of the goodness of their heart. All of you will say, "Oh, I found Jesus." You found Jesus because somebody knocked you out. You found Jesus because you ran into somebody that was about that life, and all of a sudden you became a better person. Well, I'm just here to help you become a better person. That's what the ancestors built me for. The ancestors built me to help you become a better person. The ancestors sent people like me because they sent better men. I keep telling people. People be like, "Oh, I'm not used to this." The ancestors sent better men than me to lead, and you all let them be killed. Medgar Evers was one of the greatest men I ever had the pleasure of meeting his wife. And we let him be gunned down in his own driveway and bleed out in his wife's lap while she waited for paramedics to get there in Mississippi. And you are talking about, yeah. So I grew up carrying a gun. Yep, 13 years old, knew how to use it. And you know what? In Mississippi at that time, my grandmother felt better about my safety from white supremacists, knowing that if I'm going to be out there, I had the means to protect myself. And you all can feel any way you want to about that. You can feel your way you want to about it. I'm here today because that is the reality I lived in. That old woman knew. She was like, he gonna be out there anyway. I didn't have to sneak out windows. I walked out the front door because she knew I was going to walk back in the front door. And she knew it was better for her to visit her son in prison, her grandson in prison, than it was to visit him at a cemetery, because some white supremacists decided they wanted a little black boy trophy. I was not the trophy. So that is the truth. Now, let me get back to this letter. I got sidetracked, sir. Let me get back to this letter. So, we just said, he said, we will only preserve together as a community if we turn down the temperature and resolve to do better. We're not the ones who didn't resolve to do better. Yeah, we wasn't the ones. We must honor, this is the part that really got me boiling. We must honor the life of Sonia Massey by ensuring that no one else falls victim to such tragedy and senseless actions. You mean by not hiring people that have a propensity for violence against our community? So we must honor Sonia Massey. You want to honor her now. Where were you at for those 20 days? Those 20 days that you didn't address your community after one of your officers murdered her in her own home. And then people were out here talking about, for 20 days, you had people out here talking about Sonia Massey threw hot water at this man. For 20 days, the sheriff himself could have addressed the country, could have addressed the news conference and say, yeah, it comes out now that she had no aggressive movements. But the sheriff knew that within watching the body cam footage. We went 20 days before you addressed the community. We went 20 days before you released some body cam footage. We went 20 days with you bigots and racists and back the blue and your Rocky Raccoon surrogates out here justifying why Sean Grayson was justified in shooting Sonia Massey. And that's how you honor and respect the memory of Sonia Massey, by allowing this to take hold when you could have addressed it from the beginning. Because good leaders That's what they do. Good leaders come forth and say, you know what? Hey, this is what happened. Was wrong. And I'm not going to wait 20 days to tell you it was wrong. It was wrong. I'm not just going to fire him and sweep it under the rug. I'm going to stand firm and make a statement to the community. You want to talk about you want the community to heal. You don't get to stab us in the back 9 inches and then pull the knife out 6 inches and tell me that's progress. You don't even get to pull the knife all the way out and call that progress when you haven't done anything to address the wound that you caused. And so this whole woe it's me resignation letter is nothing more than I'm gonna fall on this sword, but I want you to know it's not my fault. Instead of taking responsibility and say I'm resigning because I failed as your sheriff. That's all I needed to hear. That's all the rest of this is not necessary. It's like when people do something and then they come up with these complicated apologies and justifications for why they did it in the first place. Well, I had a tragic childhood, so somehow I just call the N-word just popped out of my mouth. It is not part of my vocabulary. Well, it sure popped out like it was a part of your regular vocabulary. How is it that people will do these things and then act like that's not a word in their vocabulary? Do you know the definition of the word vocabulary? Because there are words that are not in my vocabulary that don't pop out my mouth because I don't know them. Not a word that I know is in my vocabulary. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is in my vocabulary. So when the words don't just pop out my mouth. Yeah, because I'm strategic. If I say something, I usually mean it. And I don't get drunk. And I don't indulge in any of those activities. So if I say something, that's why I don't have to print retraction. Have you all ever seen a retraction video from me? Or misinformation I had to go back and address? And if I do, you won't see the original video. If I do, people are like, you should print a retraction video for your stance on Carly Russell. My stance on Carly Russell did not change from the day she was reported missing until the day it was determined it was a hoax, because I was still glad in the face of thousands of Black women going missing every year that Carly Russell was alive and at home. Did not change a thing about where I felt or where I stood. I would do the same thing today if another Black woman was missing. I would still do the exact same thing today as I did then, and I will feel the exact same way as I did then if it turns out to be like thousands of white women that go missing every year to only be on either ran off with their lover or say they want to start a new life somewhere. I would still stand where I stood. So miss me with that one. And then, like I say, he says, this has been my sincere mission since that fateful day, to honor the memory of Sonia Massey. He wasn't at the funeral. He wasn't at the funeral when a family had to bury their daughter because of one of his deputies. He wasn't at the funeral. Did he send flowers? Did he send something to the repast? Your Honor, did you have a moment of silence in the sheriff's department for the memory of Sonia Massey? What did you do that you think you could put that in your resignation letter and say that you were honoring the memory of Sonia Massey? Somebody make it make sense. I'll wait. Somebody. Anybody? Nobody want to make it make sense? Okay, we'll move on. He said his health, as well as that of his family, the sheriff's department, and the community, has to be his priority. His health, as well as his family, the sheriff's office, and the community has to be his priority. What about Sonia Massey's family? What about her family? Didn't mention them. The community, I guess he thinks he's covering it in the community by saying it. But he mentions his family specifically, and they're in the community. Why couldn't you mention Sonia Massey's family directly? That. That's why I say these weak ass resignation apology letters that we get from these people are not even worth the paper that they're typed on. Unless you need something to start a fire in the woods with. They are not worth. This is nothing more than a woe it's me, look at me resignation. That's all. That is all this is. Now I want you to take that, sit in it, and understand that that is what that's his idea of a resignation letter, taking responsibility for the death of Sonia Massey by Sean Grayson. Yeah. And I read that and I was like, are we for real? This is what we're going to go with? This is what we're going with. So I'm going to play some video right now. Let me bring it up. And it's going to be the opening. The video I'm about to play is the opening video from the sheriff's department when they, in Menard County, when they take, this is the opening video that they take Sean into custody. Back it up just a little. And I want you to notice how they treat him. Hello. Keep my eye on her. Gotta keep my eye on her, but she's still patient. So this is the opening of the video at Menard County Jail, where Sean Grayson was taken after he was indicted for the murder of Sonia Massey. I want you to pay special attention to how they treat him and what they say. He just casually walks in, sits there spread eagle.
I got one more coming in. Eventually. Well, I'm gonna make sure they go like a lot.
Looks like they had a convention.
Sure.
They had a celebrity in, everybody coming. Just three of them just show up. That's the captain.
Yeah.
That's the captain taking his coat off. That's a captain.
Oh, by the way, blacktop. Jesus Christ, take night. They're doing all that resurfacing and stuff. We can't get downtown Petersburg done.
No, but you can do the middle of nowhere.
Like they do going in Salem.
Yep.
Now you're gonna just cross his legs.
Well, we'll do a process in our system that we have here. Sean? Yes, I'm Phil. Mr. Phil.
Did you hear?
I talked
Tom?
to,
Phil. No cop has ever introduced him by his first name to me.
and we've been talking to Phil, so we just recently went to a thing where they make some stuff and post it online.
We shut it down.
You did shut it down?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
We called our IT and just said kill the website for 24 hours. And they said it wasn't a big deal. So.
Maybe we should do that then. Jackson, just
I mean,
don't
you
do
can put-
anything that, don't do anything.
I was thinking you could put him on a temp hold instead of putting all those charges on. You put him under temp hold, like we do. Like we hold some blue guys.
System.
Yeah, well, show New World.
Yeah.
I'm not, we just got a new candidate, that's the whole problem. Is I don't know, I haven't seen a temp, I mean. I haven't looked at it online, but I know it's on the website, right, or county website?
I mean, you gotta be somewhat savvy to be able to get there, and I mean, we have people here all the time that, their spouses, like, they'll have, other county holds, and all, that's on there. If they were able to look, they would see that.
If they're not leaving.
And they're all making arrangements.
No one knows it's here except for our admin.
He's here.
I don't see much problem with it being here. I mean,
I would think that's.
Should be, hopefully we're thinking it's a short deal.
Not one spot in the room.
You know, might go to the judge tomorrow.
Talking about this temporary. Okay, this is the part where silence, and if you have any lip readers, go to my YouTube channel, check this out, and tell me what you think they're talking about. But this is the part where I say, you've seen, this is a captain. The guy standing there with his hands in his pocket, directly in front of Sean, who's just sitting, chilling out. He's about to lean right now. That's a captain. That's Phil. I know Phil's name, first name, because Phil just introduced himself as Phil to Sean. And we're going to get into some more of the private conversation. Well, not private, because I think people forget videos are running. See, these areas have to have video 24/7. And we'll get into the part where he's going to have a conversation just sitting down like they all needed some beer together, shooting the breeze together. But you understand, this is the reality that they told Sean. And he tells them that he's only going to be here temporarily. That's what he tells them. This is Menard County. It picks back up and it goes back out. But this is Menard County. This is not Sangamon County. They took him here and didn't tell anybody where he was. He could have not been in custody, but they took him here and they said that we're not going to put it on the website, and there's a temporary, we're not going to put it on the website yet. That's why people couldn't find out where he was, because people looking on the website and it's not saying that he's in court. They actively did that. The captain and them made that decision at this point to treat him differently than they would ever treat anybody else in their jail, indicting. This is not just.
What else you need from us?
All right, back to the video.
Yeah, we're gonna need our file back.
Whatever you guys need
Can
copy
I
of.
take a copy? Do you
Yep.
mind?
Yep.
Just sitting there, no handcuffs.
I think you'll know about court, probably not till tomorrow.
I'll know more first thing in the morning. If not tonight, and Mr. Beck and the sheriff will reach out to you. Or someone over here. I mean, I'm sure they got your number.
Yeah, I'll be here.
There's a captain and a lieutenant.
Yeah, that's the thing, we got fair going on, but.
There's a captain and the lieutenant.
Call the jail.
They just chilling. They just chilling. Just chilling. Captain leaves for a minute.
Isolate you and all that stuff.
This man is chilling. He's not in a cell, holding cell. He's in an area where all kinds of things are available, and he is just chilling. Captain comes back.
Well, she's female, so she's up front here. And then how many do we have in that? 2, Carly?
Yeah, it's
I want you all just to know, as somebody who's been in jail, been detained, they didn't treat me this well even at protests, when I got picked up for protests. He just sitting there. If I was outside of a cell, I had handcuffs on. Of course, I also had a Leo charge, but that's neither here nor there. He has a murder charge. I just had a Leo charge.
I know, that's not just enough, huh?
I was gonna say, you should be familiar.
Huh?
I'll give him two.
Every time he loses.
Oh, let's just laugh.
You gotta try to recruit him every time.
There's the captain. We got him back.
It's bullshit.
I tried to recruit their guys.
They try to recruit you.
I didn't stop us, but I tried to recruit them for us.
Some more stuff.
Crazy. Yeah, we
Man just murdered somebody.
lost some. We lost. We're down 2 right now.
And another one in like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
They just
Sean, these guys will take care of you. Thank you.
yeah, they're gonna take. You heard them? Hey, we'll take care of you.
Number myself, if I can help with it.
We'll take care of you.
They'll take care of you, Sean. You'll be hearing from us probably tomorrow, one way or another. All right.
One way or the other. Sorry about that, y'all. This is loud at some places.
Appreciate it.
Sean, good luck, brother. What's that shoe you wear, Sean? Is it big?
You know what size shoe you wear.
something from
You
home.
know what side? No, what
Sheriff's
side shoe
got
you
to go
wear?
back there somewhere.
What size shoe you wear, Sean?
Yes, probably.
Well, Jim, just bring me a 14. All right, Sean, I'll go get you a 14. Yeah, I'm narrating.
I'm just gonna pick.
Listen to this.
But the good thing is right now, we don't have a whole lot of people here right now. You're just gonna be back there with, I was hoping the female up here was gonna be open. If it does, we'll just get you up. But for now, I wanna put you in the, you'll be on the whole side by yourself. It's a, it's not
Hello,
the
Sean.
bar, it's the steel, so a lot of privacy. If for some reason you don't.
You get
want it,
privacy.
That's kind of where I probably want to be, just kind of, you'll be by yourself.
Yeah.
So if something.
We're watching video of Sean Grayson's interaction with the police after he was indicted and taken into custody to Menard County. This is how he gets treated.
We'll get you through it.
We'll get you. You all hear how they talking to him? We'll get you through it, bro. We'll get it through it, brother. We got you. We gonna give you a whole side. You got the whole side to yourself, right?
That's not the biggest we got. I don't know. I don't think that's
Right,
what's
Navy.
level.
This is better than I have ever been treated.
So you
Look,
already,
he just
you
sitting
already
there.
looked into Sangamon County?
Yeah.
So you want me to pat them down and you think they use a body scanner?
You're not putting him in general
Yeah,
population.
I mean, they use, right? They use body scanner, you're good.
Yeah.
He got a whole side to himself.
I don't have a phone or wallet or anything.
Okay.
No money.
No money.
We want back and start since all the.
In there, you're gonna have one of them, yeah, I'm leaving.
Who's there?
So
Randy. Rob should be here anytime. Rob should be here anytime.
So, do you see this? And that's just some of it. It's 90 minutes long. It's more interaction. You can watch the entire video on my YouTube channel. You can speed through it past the parts that they redacted, where they say they were redacting it for some reason. But all I can see is they're talking about Sean Grayson, and they're talking about how they're going to accommodate him. Entire video. That's what they're talking about. Making sure we accommodate him, making sure we do everything that we can to make his stay here as peaceful as it's amazing. Like I say, as somebody who has been to jail for assault on a Leo, yeah. When I went to jail for protests, if I was outside of those cell doors, I was in cuffs. They just got him sitting. This man has literally just been indicted for 3 counts of murder. 3 counts of murder. And he just sitting there chilling. They talking about what he wants to eat tomorrow. I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have taken him out to eat that night at Western Sizzler. They still got Western Sizzlers. They took him out to eat. The way they are treating him, you know what, Rain? I'm pretty sure they have bought him dinner since he's been there. I'm willing to bet on it. Because at the end of the day, when you go through this video and you see the way they acquiesce to him, how they cleared a side out for him, so you're gonna have privacy. They said this privacy. You're gonna have privacy. What? Privacy. Only people who have privacy that I noticed in jail when you put them in the psych ward, and then they got to do the job because they're supposed to be watched every 30 minutes. But they don't have privacy. He got privacy. Don't worry. They say you're gonna be back. Did you hear him tell him? Oh, you're gonna be back here most of the time. I mean, they're gonna be sitting back there talking, shooting shit with him. They're more worried about his comfort than his blatant unaliving. Right. All involved need to lose their job. And we know that's not going to happen, Shay, because of why? It's not going to happen because he shouldn't have had a job in the first place. Shouldn't have had a job in the first place. Not just for the blatant violations of police policy and standards that he violated at the previous 5 locations, 6 if we count the military. But the man had colon cancer. The man has colon cancer, and it's so bad they want him released from jail because he needs his treatments, and they don't have the medical. If he is that far in the stages of colon cancer, he shouldn't have had a job in the field carrying a weapon. And if you ever look at the drugs associated with the treatment of colon cancer. I have never seen any shit like this before. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't take him out to dinner. I wouldn't either, Petra. And I have seen, and I know Petra, I know you have seen the inside because and not giving away too much. We know a lot about each other since we've known each other for over a decade. But I know from different reasons, different perspectives. But yeah. This is the way they're treating him. Take it from somebody who's been on the other side of this treatment. This is not normal. This is nowhere normal. This is not how you're treated. They got him sitting there. This. They got a man that has been indicted. This is after his indictment. They took him to Menard County. He's in a whole nother county. And he's been treated like royalty since he got there. He's just sitting there in the chair. Let me back up so you can see. Look at it. He's just sitting there chilling with old dude. They just sitting there. I mean, this is a one-on-one. I've never been arrested or been in jail, but I have visited someone in jail. It was never treated like this. Right. Look, I wouldn't treat this nicely, and the person I had hypothetically in the trunk was an abuser. The person that was in the trunk was an abuser, and they didn't treat me like this. They didn't treat me like this. Nope. Handcuffed my black ass every step of the way. As a matter of fact, you see the little tray slot? Let me see if I can point to it. You see this? Can you see this? You see the cursor? You see this? That's a tray slot. Whenever I was taken out of a cell, they had me back up to the tray slot with my hands behind my back and cuffed me. And then when they put me back in the cell, they had me back up to the tray slot to cuff me again, uncuff. Sitting there chilling like that? Nope. In a sensitive area too, this thing right here, that's a fingerprint machine. I'm gonna describe it. That's the fingerprint machine, right? And that's why it's called touch. This fan right here, that's where they light you up and they take your fingerprints and you roll them on this thing over here and it takes your fingerprints, put it in the system. This is all sensitive information. This whole area is a sensitive area. Sensitive area. This one-on-one, this guy right here has keys on him to get out of this room and to unlock the safety box with his weapon in it. And Sean just allowed to sit here. He's just sitting here. And they just let him roam around. They literally told him, don't worry about it. You're going to be up here. You're going to be up here. That's what they told him. If you need anything, let us know. Right now, Sean is probably eating, well, I don't know. It's after midnight. He probably sleep. And he probably sleep in a cell somewhere with his door unlocked. He probably sleeps somewhere in a cell with his door unlocked because he's right in that area. Now they do have security cells in that area, but I guarantee they told him he's gonna have a whole side to himself. He's gonna have privacy. Just said that their jail was overcrowded, but somehow you managed to clear a whole side for Sean Grayson. Shay, I started to say something real foul about that, but I'm gonna let that go because I'm still on the air. But once I clear GCPR, I'm gonna come back to that one. Yeah. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll revisit that one after I clear seat. I don't want to get FCC 5. I don't know. I probably won't because it's after midnight. It's after 11 o'clock, almost midnight. But they definitely not locking him in. 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes on GCPR. But you see, this is how he was treated. This is how he's still being treated. This is how he's still being treated. And you can best believe he's supposed to have restricted visitation in this status. I bet, no doubt in my mind, he has contact visits. He has contact. I bet they're treating him better than they do the trustees at their facility. I bet they're treating him better than they do the trustees at his facility because there's a violation already for the way they're treating him. You notice they haven't fingerprinted him. They haven't done any in processing. They would have to. They would have to. They haven't even looked like they have not done any in processing. None of the stuff they do on in process have they done. And I can watch this. Watch this. See how he chilling. Get that. 43 minutes. 43 minutes before they even take a picture of him. 43 minutes before they even take a picture of him. And you got to hear this conversation. You got to watch it and hear the conversation. Oh.
Hopefully, anyways.
I know, Captain. We got a new TV.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch. Dun, dun. My captain, my captain. That's the telephone. See the telephone laying there? See the telephone. It is not the phone that inmates are supposed to be using. That is not the phone that inmates are supposed to be using.
Tomorrow I talked to my attorney and I talked to my fiance, they're coming up to bring in extra medical.
Hopefully, anyways.
I know, Captain.
But you see that one more time. Look where that phone went to. Watch. I got to pause it right there for just a minute, y'all. What's up, GCPR Network? This is TNathan. You have been listening to Conversations with TNathan. If you would like to hear the rest of the conversation, join me on all my social media. Right now, we're gonna have a little after wrap up. But if you would like to, join me across all my social media. If you can't, thank you. Hold on, let me find you all. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you for joining us. Oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And I'll holler at you Monday, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, where you'll get more conversation with TNathan, and we'll go over the weekend's events, all right, from an unapologetically Black perspective. Peace out. All right. Radio show clear. Now, let's get the cussing. All right. So you see, I'm here, hoping I'm not late. Oh, you're late as I am, Pyra. But listen, do you see this? Do you see this? He could have admitted to all kinds of stuff. He just picked up, they gave him the phone. Just look at that. That is a phone. They just gave him the phone. They're not monitoring it, and that is an unmonitored phone right there. That is the phone on the sheriff's desk, on the desk right there. That is the deputy station phone, and they just gave it to him. And left him alone. Right. They gave him the phone and left him alone.
We're gonna try to get the nurse here before the
Okay. Yeah, I got court at 2:30, so it sounds like
We're gonna try to get it done before then.
yeah, it sounds like I'll probably do that tomorrow, so. Hopefully anyways.
I know Captain, we got a new TV from the cell that we're putting you into.
What is it?
New TV.
Oh.
The other one broke back there,
Yeah.
so he's trying to get it.
It's working?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Listen to him.
Anybody else you wanna call?
Anybody else you want to call?
Fuck, I don't know, man. Who's on the list?
Yeah, Isabel.
No, his hand's not
The
cuffed.
first one, Brian, Scott, Bomb, Tyler.
Oh, AP and Drew.
Yeah.
No, I'll just wait if I can. Do I have to make all three right now? Preferably you guys won't, I'm guessing.
I wanna say yeah. so we're
Okay.
not bringing you up and.
Nah, man, I mean, I'm pretty well talked to everybody I gotta talk to, so that's good for
I-
today.
I've
And
literally,
I got court tomorrow, I talked to my attorney.
One
I talked to
call.
John, said they're coming up, bringing extra medical supplies, so we should.
And they'll be here by 6?
Yeah,
Okay, and I was told you can have, normally I finish like 20 minutes, but I was told I can give you like 40.
what's that?
I can give you like 40 minutes.
For visitation? Okay.
No, you have some
are you,
time.
did you hear that?
I think the only thing left
Alright.
to do is just change you out and then.
Now, you heard that, right? You heard that. Number one, he's supposed to get 20 minutes visitation. And he just told him, don't worry about it. You'll get 40 contact. He's not supposed to have contact visit. Now, and then you hear that he's in this cell waiting to go to his other place because at this time of night, the sheriff is trying to get the new television in there before he goes in there. Did you get that? You understand that? The television in there was broke. He got a whole side. The television's broke, and they're trying to get, at this time of night, they're trying to get the television fixed in there before they move him into his whole side. Like I say, you can go watch it yourself. And anybody who has been in jail is sitting at this looking and be like, damn. I have been on zones with 54 people and the television was broke. And we'd be lucky if we got a new TV within a week. This is a man that has literally been charged with 3 counts of murder. And not only that, he has been charged with misconduct in his department, and they still treating him like this. He has violated the terms and conditions of the department, and he still gets treated like this. Every other civil servant has to follow strict guidelines except cops. This man just, like I say, they don't even care that the cameras are going. This man just basically told him, don't worry about it. You're supposed to get 20 minutes, but I got you. You get 40. If you're not finishing 40, we'll keep going. Just don't worry about it. Brother, that's all he was missing. Should have put the brother in there. So you can imagine if this is on his first night, and this is how they're treating him. I'm shocked they didn't turn these cameras off. They like to believe they released them, but I happen to know why they released them, because somebody was going to release them anyway. Somebody was already going to release them. Yeah, somebody is not as happy with Menard County Sheriff's Department as they think they are, because I don't know about you, but this is the catch-22 of this. Normally, video like this is not released unless there's an act of violence that occurs. This is why these videos are running, because it's an act of violence. If something happened violent in there, you will get the video. You've never released a video like this before. So the only reason they released this video is to get ahead of the narrative, because somebody was going to talk about this treatment. you can see for yourself that this is how he was treated. You can see it for yourself. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. And I bet you he was treated the same way for his DUIs, his 2 DUI arrests. And to think that this is the first time he murdered somebody, probably. But there are other acts of violence and bullying in his past as a police officer. They don't care. They sticking by. They sticking by. They might come out and say the union is not representing him, but in this situation, he's going to be treated special. He's gonna get out. They don't put police officers in Gen Pop. They don't. They keep them in the same wing with the child diddlers. They all stay together in protective custody. Yeah, with the PE files, yeah, they all stay in the same area, and they all are in protective custody. So that's what I want to share with you all tonight. I want to share with you none of them deserve protective custody, right? I remember the old days, we used to get to beat them up. And this time they wouldn't even let us beat them up. They wouldn't even let us beat them up. They didn't even want to tell us, they wouldn't even tell us who was on the zone. Usually in the old days, they'd come back there and tell you, hey, so and so, that's what he did. And we would slide them under the tray hole. The deputy turned his back on him while he was out and went into the little room to the left. Yeah, they left him on, look, they left the phone in there with him and asked and tell him, do you need to call anybody else? They didn't monitor his call or anything. And they didn't put him on the wall phone like you're supposed to. They gave him that phone right there at that desk. Yeah, right, Pyre. Come on in, crumb snatchers. All right, what you bring me? You brought me some gum. What's in here? Queso. Did y'all hear this? She gave me queso and chips, and she said, I kind of ate the chips. The Impossible Whopper from Burger King. All right, I got an Impossible Whopper. Did I get something to drink? Yeah, yeah. That's why I call them crumb snatchers, right? That's exactly why I call them crumb snatchers. She didn't want you to have a chip on your shoulder. Yeah, that's why they went. It won't be chips, but she said she ate some of them. So hey, I guess it's even. Huh? Not too much on your client. Okay. Yeah, thank you, thank you. That's fine. That's fine. Y'all hear? Y'all hear the come snatcher? She bought me water, right? She bought me water. And I was just sitting here saying I didn't have anything to drink. And she came in and bought me water. I didn't buy it. I got it. You got it out the refrigerator. I got Chipotle though. I got Chipotle and I got my favorite burgers. And she ate some of my chips. And she got me an after meal mint gum. And I like, kind of this. Okay. Yeah, I like mint. I like mint. As long as it's not chocolate mint. Why would I get just saying, as long as it's not chocolate mint, we good. Chipotle, that is? Yeah, yeah. That's what the tip 40%. Tip out of here. Thank you. They went to the skating ring. They went to the skating ring while I was here going off. So yeah, I got chips and everyone who knows me knows certain things. My clients tip 90%. That's not a problem. Not a problem. Queso, ow. Yeah, yeah. So, right, pirate. Chocolate mint's on abomination. You know, an abomination. Who puts chocolate and mint together? But yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you all. Crumb Snatchers back. Let me go see how their time at the skating rink went. Go see how their time at the skating rink went. Break bread with them. But appreciate it. We'll probably go live sometime tomorrow, depending on what's happening. Sunday's my reading day, but we will be definitely back at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time Monday night, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. And it depends. If there's a rally, I got to see the rally schedule. We will definitely be back if there's a rally tomorrow, and we'll talk about that then. I tried Tennessee after hearing about it, use of the mint in India, and why does it work? It does. I tried toothpaste. Try toothpaste. Yeah, that works for me. All right, we're going to call it a night. We're gonna call it a night. Task floor overboard bar. Get y'all out of here. Uh, I don't know. You see that? Wow. Yeah. We're out of here. Oh. Let me leave proper because y'all. I got you all just all over the place, don't I? Got y'all in the whole. Uh, dun dun dun. Yeah. Got y'all all over the place. Got y'all in infinite universes. Um. Yeah. We're out of here. Going to eat. Chop it up with the crumb snatchers. And I'll see you all later. Peace. Y'all stay out of trouble. Don't accept any wooden